Health Department is telling the public to watch out for symptoms of aneurysm as more and more cases go undetected. Mobile phone users will need to have their SIM cards registered beginning late December after the government issued the implementing rules for the SIM Registration Act. Filipina actress Dolly De Leon earns recognition for Best Supporting Actress at the 80th Golden Globes. Fast, focused, and fearless. Here's a roundup of stories we're watching now. I'm Sean Yao. President Bongbong Marcos is in Belgium for the ASEAN-EU Commemorative Summit. Let's get some updates from Maricel Halili, who's reporting to us live from Brussels via Zoom. Hi, Mase. Is there any update on Marcos Jr.'s scheduled meeting with business executives?
Hi, Sean. It's still early here in Brussels. It's a little past 10 in the morning, so we're still waiting for the updates, for the details about the meeting of President Bongbong Marcos with the business community. Around 12 noon Brussels time, he is expected to have another meeting with some representatives of the business sector. And then this afternoon, we will be witnessing the royal audience of President Bongbong Marcos, meaning he will be meeting with the King of Belgium, King Philip. But yesterday or last night, he also met with the Filipino community here in Brussels. And he actually enumerated his plans and targets for his visit here in Brussels.
Can you tell us more about the president's earlier meeting with the Filipino community in Belgium? How did that go?
Sure. Sean, last night, President Bongbong Marcos explained to the Filipino community his plans about his visit or his targets with his visit here in Brussels to attend the ASEAN-EU Summit. He said that he's planning to strengthen the ties between the Philippines and Belgium by signing documents and joint agreement between the two countries. And that will happen once he met with King Philip this afternoon. Aside from that, he also mentioned to the Filipino community that he's planning to establish more stable jobs in the Philippines to make sure that Filipinos have options to work abroad, or if they want to stay in the country, to earn more.
All right, any news, Mase, whether or not the president was able to set up some bilateral meetings with other leaders on the sidelines of the commemorative summit?
Well, Sean, based on the details provided by the Department of Foreign Affairs, President Bongbong Marcos will have at least 10 bilateral meetings. Some of the leaders or heads of state that he will be meeting, of course, there's King Philip. He will be also having a meeting with the head of the European Union and 8 other heads of state of other European countries.
All right, apart from that, Mase, what else is on the president's agenda for the rest of his time there in Brussels?
Well, we're still waiting for more details about his meeting with the maritime sector. During our trip from Manila to Brussels, President Bongbong Marcos already mentioned that he was planning to bring up or to pitch for Filipino seafarers, because as we all know, it has been over 16 years since the Philippines failed to pass the evaluation of the European Maritime Security Agency, or the AMSA. So that's one of the agenda of President Bongbong Marcos. Of course, tomorrow he will be giving a speech during the opening ceremony of the ASEAN-EU Commemorative Summit. Some of the issues that are expected to be discussed are the Russia-Ukraine dispute or conflict. And it is also expected that they will be discussing about issues, regional issues, including the South China Sea.
All right, thank you so much for those updates. Maricel Halili reporting to us live from Brussels in Belgium. And Meralco customers should brace themselves for higher power bills this month and possibly until next year. Shaila Francisco tells us how we can compute for power costs in this report.
Yvonne's Meralco bill last month reached 3,800 pesos, but she fears it will increase even more this month. Aside from higher power rates and her household's usual consumption, she says the frequent Christmas festivities in the house might result in a pricier electric bill this December.
Yung Christmas lights, tapos tawag nito yung gamit din kasi yung aircon, lalo na ngayon magbabakasyon yung mga bata, nakaano yung aircon eh. Usually ang mataas namin December at saka summer. Sana hindi tumaas syempre, kasi syempre alam mo naman yung sahod ngayon hindi tumataas, tapos yung gastusin ang taas-taas na eh.
Meralco says customers don't have to wait for their bills to have an idea of how much their power costs. They can use the appliance calculator in Meralco's mobile app. Users will have to input the monthly bill, type of appliance, and duration of use. Those without the app can do it manually. Aside from the duration and the power rates for the month, customers also need to know the wattage of their appliances, which will be divided by 1,000 to compute its kilowattage. For some appliances like air conditioners and refrigerators, the operating factor computed by the Energy Department in Meralco should also be indicated, as the consumption of these are not usually maxed out. Other factors like temperature and type of appliances can also influence the final computation.
At least kahit paano, meron ka ng idea kung paano mo i-manage yung konsumo mo nyo. So at least may idea ka na rin kung yung posibleng magiging cost ng bill mo, at least hindi ka mabibill shock. Pag nag-compute naman sila, it's estimated lang talaga siya because pag sabi ko nga, pag manual yung computation, we use kasi yung mga averaging.
We tested it out with Yvonne using the December power rate of 10 pesos and 28 centavos per kilowatt hour. 3 appliances they mostly used this month, 7 Christmas lights, an aircon, and 4 electric fans were computed. Upon computation, Yvonne was surprised to know that using her non-inverter aircon for 12 hours every day costs her approximately 2,000 pesos a month.
Malaki. Malaki po, no?
Overall, she would have spent almost 3,200 pesos on these 3 appliances alone.
Siyempre nagulat ako na sa laki-laki pa naman ang babayaran ko. 3 items pa lang yan. Almost 3 plus something. Tapos paano pa yung iba, o di ba? Sana man lang hindi na mag-increase yung mga yan. Siguro, bawasan namin yung yung sa aircon na dating 12 hours kami, baka hindi na. Kumbaga pag electric fan na sa madaling araw siguro, kung kahit pa paano makatipid ng konti.
With this, Meralco is advising consumers to buy LED for Christmas lights and to avoid opening and closing their fridge often to save on energy. Setting the air conditioning at the highest comfortable level could also help, since lowering the temperature means more consumption. Shaila Francisco, we are One News.
The Justice Department says that the United States has yet to issue an extradition request for Pastor Apollo Quiboloy. Justice Secretary Boying Remulla said they are still waiting for developments from the United States after its government ordered to freeze Quiboloy's assets. The sanction was issued amid allegations of serious human rights abuses against the spiritual leader. Remulla has vowed to comply with the Philippines' extradition treaty with the U.S. once the United States government issues the extradition order.
Sa atin naman kasi we have a treaty with them. We have an extradition treaty, and we have to abide by the terms and conditions of our agreements with our friends from abroad.
One News Now will be back with more stories after this quick break. Keep it here. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Sean Yao. The Health Department is reminding the public to watch out for symptoms of aneurysm as it can lead to hospitalization and even sudden death. JC Cosico with the details.
2 years have passed, but the scars on Zheng's forehead are still visible. She got these after going through an operation due to ruptured brain aneurysm. According to Zheng, she experienced extreme headaches, which soon led to her passing out.
Sabi ko sa anak ko is, matutulog muna ako ulit kasi masakit ang ulo ko. Nung lumabas siya ng room, naririnig niya ako habang nagkaklase siya na sumisigaw ako, masakit yung ulo ko, ang sakit-sakit ng ulo ko. Nasusuka ako, nahihirapan ako huminga. Nahihilo ako.
Zheng was also unaware that she had hypertension. She had to be admitted to the ICU before undergoing surgery. Now, she's in better condition but still requires medication. Everyone, regardless of age, is at risk of aneurysm. This characterized by an unusual bulge in the blood vessel caused by weakness in the blood vessel wall. This condition is often called a silent killer. Once aneurysm bursts, it can lead to a critical condition. It can occur not only in the brain, but also in the abdomen, leg, or heart. The Health Department explains that most cases of aneurysm in the country are underreported or undocumented since patients are brought to the hospital at a late stage.
Mostly it would be reported at cerebrovascular incidents, no? And nakikita natin yan sa top leading causes ng sakit na dito sa ating bansa. So parang lumalabas, nagsustroke yung pasyente, but na-undocument nga, hindi na-document na aneurysm pala yung nangyari and not really yung stroke per se.
DOH officer in charge, Maria Rosario Vergere, said that common symptoms of aneurysm include a sudden extreme headache, chest pain, and loss of consciousness. This may be caused by hereditary illnesses or unhealthy lifestyle. Because of this, the DOH cited the need for regular checkups, especially for those who have a family history of hypertension.
So for us to prevent that, yung mga factors that we can control, we should be able to control. And how do we control that? Primary care is our parang management for this.
The DOH also reminds the public to watch over their diet this holiday season and avoid excessive oily and fatty food as well as too much sweets. For News 5, JC Cosico, we are One News.
Filipina actress Dolly De Leon has been nominated at the prestigious Golden Globe Awards. De Leon got the nomination for her performance in Triangle of Sadness, a dark comedy about a group of people who are stranded in an island. Her Golden Globe nomination came after she won Best Supporting Actress at the Los Angeles Film Critics Association Awards. The 80th Golden Globes will be taking place on January 10 in Beverly Hills, California.
Thank you to the Hollywood Foreign Press. Thank you to the Golden Globes for including me in that very short list of very, very talented supporting actresses. It is such an honor to be part of that prestigious list. Thank you. Thank you so much.
And here's a quick look at today's other top stories. The National Telecommunications Commission, or NTC, is reminding subscribers to register their SIM cards to avoid losing access to their mobile numbers. Under the SIM registration law, which will take effect on December 27, subscribers will have 180 days to register their SIM cards. Registration may also be extended for a maximum of 120 days. Retired Associate Justice Antonio Carpio says that constitutional issues have been addressed in the amended bill creating the Maharlika Investment Fund. However, he did say that funding issues remain, particularly on the use of dividends from the Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas. A Manila court has allowed activist Reyna May Nasino and 2 others to post bail. The court approved the bail petition after the prosecution failed to provide strong evidence against the 3. Nasino's case garnered attention after she lost her 3-month-old daughter while in detention. For more updates, visit News 5, The Philippine Star, and Business World online. Visit our website, onenews.ph for more in-depth analysis. You can also catch One News on Signal Play. Register for a free account at www.signalplay.com and stream One News Live anytime, anywhere. I am Sean Yao. We are One News.